If you're a brand new Etsy seller or you've been wanting to sell digital products, but you have very limited time to work on your Etsy shop like I do, I'm a homeschooling stay-at-home mom. I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, and so I work on my Etsy shop in the mornings before they get up. So I need to know exactly what to focus on when I sit down to work on my Etsy shop. So I'm going to share with you 5 tasks that I would focus on that will really help you skyrocket your sales so you're not doing a bunch of random things. You know exactly what to do to make sales on Etsy. And if you stick around to the end, I'll have a bonus strategy for you so that you can increase your sales even more. So let's hop into task number 1, and that is going to be creating product bundles. And this way, one customer can go in and buy multiple products instead of just buying one product. So let's say you have multiple $4 products. Instead of a customer coming in and just spending $4 on one product, they can come into your shop and get 3 of those $4 products. So instead of making $4, you just made $12. So let me hop over to Etsy and show you how to do that. So when you are in your shop manager, you're going to go over to the side and you're going to go to marketing. From there, you're going to go up to sales and discounts. When you are in the sales and discount section, you are going to go over here to offer listings together for less. This is a newer feature that Etsy has so that you can easily bundle listings together and increase your revenue. So you can add up to 3 listings to offer together. So when you click here, you're going to add your listings that you want to offer, and then you're going to set a discount amount. I usually do anywhere from like 20% to about 50%, depends on how quickly you want to make sales. And remember that when you're new, you really want to focus on getting reviews for your Etsy shop. So it's not all about the profit in the beginning. It's about building up that social proof so that you have a lot of reviews beside your name. And so it's going to be easier for you to make sales when you have 600 reviews compared to a shop that has 6 reviews. So you might want to consider doing a 50% off discount when you are newer just to get those sales coming in and to get more reviews. So you can add similar products, add 3 similar products here, make it a discount, and then create that offer. And Etsy is going to push these products out to people. Since this is a newer feature, I see that I'm getting more sales from the products that I'm bundling together. And I think that's because it's a newer feature. And so Etsy is testing it out. And so I would definitely go in here, add products like that people would want to buy together. So they need to be similar products, offer them a discount, and then that's going to be a simple way for you to increase your revenue. Let's hop into strategy number 2 that is going to help you skyrocket your sales that you can get done in less than 1 hour. And that is going to be updating the SEO of your product. So SEO is search engine optimization. That is how Etsy knows what your product is and who to show it to. So let me just show you a simple way that you can update your SEO. And I'm going to just go back out of here to Etsy.com. So whenever you have a product that you want to update the SEO and you just want a simple, quick way to do it, you're going to type whatever product you have in here. So let's say that you had a birthday invitation and it's a birthday invitation template. So you can just click one that has a bestseller. So I skip the ads because these ads are pay per click. And so whenever you click on someone's ad, they are getting charged for you clicking on it and you had no intentions of buying. So you're just costing them money. So I just skip down here to the ones that don't say ad, and then you can just click into one that has a popular noun badge or a bestseller badge. So we can just click on this one, and I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom, and I'm going to look here for this explore related searches. So either up here or down here. And this is Etsy telling you what customers are actively searching for. And so you can just include as many of these that are relevant to your product. So you want to keep it relevant. So we have like shades of pink party invitation, 21 shades of pink invitation, birthday girl invitation, Canva. So just try to, and you don't want to repeat the same thing over and over. So we can do like shades of pink, and then this one also says shades of pink. So you'd want to just choose one of these or try to combine them. And you're going to put these keywords in your product title. You're going to put them in your product tags, and you're going to put them in your product description. And then you're going to leave it alone for at least the next 30 days so that Etsy can categorize it. And so you want to choose 13 keywords because you can only have 13 tags. So choose 13 keywords, and then you can also repeat this process for, another keyword. But like birthday girl invitation, we can click that. Let me just click into one. Okay, so let's see here. This one's a bestseller. And so if we would scroll down again and see here. So this one is like a patch letter invite, digital girls birthday. Let's see what that says. Digital girls birthday invitation. So you could use that. Girls birthday invitation digital. So you would just want to mix and match all of the different ways that someone could type into the Etsy search bar to find your product. And so that's going to be one way that you can use to update your SEO for your digital products that you can get done in less than an hour. The third thing you can do that is going to help you make sales on Etsy is run a 50% off sale for the next 24 hours. And so whenever you run a 24-hour sale, you will get the countdown timer beside your product. And I'll go and see if I can find one really quick. So here's one that I just clicked into and see how it says sale ends in 3 hours, 11 minutes, 50 seconds, right? So you will get this countdown timer beside your product, and that is going to add urgency. So people feel like they want to act now. And so see how Etsy also has like biggest sale in 60 plus days. So this is going to encourage people to go ahead and buy your product now because they want this discount. They know when it's going to end. And so they're going to go ahead and hurry up and buy your product so they don't miss out on this deal. And so that's what happens when you run a 24-hour sale. You're going to get this countdown timer, and it can really spark urgency in people so that they buy your product now instead of waiting until later. And so that can help you boost sales. And I know that there are some people who run a 24-hour sale every single day. Like they just keep resetting the timer every day so that they have this countdown timer next to their product all the time. And so if you want to do that, you can do that as well. But, or you can just like do it sparingly, like I do. I don't do it every day. And so but it does give you this countdown timer, which lets people know that your deal is going away. And so they need to act now. The fourth thing you can do if you have less than an hour to work on your Etsy shop and you want to increase your sales is you can duplicate your best-selling product. So here we have a best-selling product. They would just go into their back end, their shop manager of their, and they would go to this listing and they would just duplicate it. And what you can do is just switch out the main photo. So if they want it like they can make this their main listing photo instead of this as their main listing photo. So you can do that. You can change out, you can leave your listing photos the same, and you can change out your SEO and just like, so you just want to duplicate it and then make minor tweaks to it just to see if the newer version can perform better than the older version. So I've done this with one of my cleaning checklists. It was a best-selling product. It had this bestseller badge on it. And so I went in and it was like neutral tones, so like tans and grays. So it was a neutral tone product. And then I went in, duplicated the product in Canva and just made it pastel color. So I had a neutral tone cleaning checklist and I had duplicated the exact same product and just made it pastel colors. And so you can do that. You can change the font on your product so it can be the exact same product, just like instead of script fonts, now you just have like, you could do fonts like these, like more party style fonts, or, just changing out different fonts or making small tweaks to the product itself or to the product listing. And that way you're doing, it's called A/B testing, and you're comparing which one will perform better. And so just a word of caution with this is that it can get confusing to customers if you have multiple listings of the same product because they're going to be wondering what's the difference. And then some people may end up buying the same product, just like the different listings, and they don't realize that it's the same product. So you do want to be cautious with that when you're testing your listings. But I have noticed that sometimes one type of listing photo will perform better than the other listing photo, and it's the exact same product. So that's one thing you can do is just test out your different, like just one element for each test so you can know that was that specific element that performed better. So if you duplicate this listing, you change out this thumbnail photo, that's the only thing you're going to change. And that way you know that it was this photo that was making the difference. And then you can go in and make the other listing that's not performing as good, you can just make that inactive. So that way it's only showing the one that performs best. So if you have any questions about that, just let me know in the comments. I can clear any confusion up for you. But that is another way that you can increase sales on Etsy is just by A/B testing small tweaks to your product. So just duplicating your product and changing out the colors, and all your listing photos can be the same, everything, it's just the different product. You can just go in, change the SEO, leave all your photos the same, just change out your SEO. You can go in and just change your main listing photo and see if that helps you make more sales. So it's just about testing things to see what works. Strategy number 5 that you can do in less than an hour to increase your Etsy sales is going to be to update your listing photos. And so if we just go back out of here, we can see that all of these listing photos are pretty simple. Like they're clean, they're very similar to each other. Like they're showing you mobile, that you can use them on a mobile phone. They're showing you what the invitation looks like. It's a clean background, like where it doesn't distract from the product. And I see when I'm auditing shops, I see a lot of people just have really bad listing photos. And so I have made a video about how to improve your listing photo. So I'll link it somewhere above wherever it is at the top. But your listing photos can make or break your Etsy shop. So take your time with your listing photos. So one thing you can go in and do is go in to your listing photos and just make sure that they really showcase your product. So let people know. See how this says birthday dinner digital invite. We know exactly what this product is. It has Canva over here, which means I can edit it in Canva. Like answer the questions that your customers may have. They're wondering, okay, what is this? Great. You're telling me what it is up here. Can I edit this? Yes, I can edit this in Canva. Can it be used on a mobile phone? Yes, you can send this to people on a mobile phone. Like we're going through and we're answering. A thank you video is included so you can thank your guest. If you're wanting to include a little thank you for your guest, then this would be great to know. So like let people know your product. What can you edit? See, we're answering questions because they know that their person is going to be like, well, what all can I edit with this invitation? So they're letting you know everything you can edit. And so that's what you want your listing photos to do. You want them to explain what your product is, what you're going to get, and you don't want your customer to have any questions because a confused customer doesn't buy. So they're not going to buy your product if they're confused. They're just going to go to the next one. So make sure your listing photos are clean, they're easy to read, and they let us know exactly what we're going to get, exactly how to use it, and why should I choose your product over the other products on Etsy. If your product looks identical to someone else's, why should I choose yours? Let me know that. So one thing you can always do is go in and update your listing photos if your products are not selling. If I'm on this main page and I'm scrolling through and your listing photo doesn't stick out to me, then I'm not going to click it. If it's like really busy and you see there's a lot of bad listing photos, but Etsy doesn't show them because people aren't buying those products. Etsy is going to show you what people are buying. And so it looks like everyone's doing really well. But this is just a handful of listings for this keyword and that Etsy is showing you. They're only showing you the products that are selling because they're not, when we make money, Etsy makes money. So they want to show the products that are going to make everyone money. So there are a lot of bad listing photos. So make sure you are using these best-selling products as, and I can go over here too, ones that actually say bestseller. Yeah, so like make sure you're using these ones that say bestseller or popular now as your inspiration or like a template pretty much to how you should have your listing photos, especially when you're new. The bonus strategy that you can do to increase your Etsy sales is to increase your product price for your best-selling products. And so when I increase my product, so first you want to make sure it's a bestseller. So we can click this one. We see it has the bestseller badge. So if it is $5.52, it's a bestseller, I would just increase it by 10%. It's going to be such a subtle increase that it shouldn't make a big deal in your sales. Like you don't want to have a best-selling product and you go from $5 to $15. Now that can just like demolish your sales where you don't make anything. But if we just go from $5.52 up to like $6.07, like that is just a subtle change. Like people really wouldn't notice that. And so we want to keep the change very subtle with our price increases so that we don't lose our bestseller badge. So just increasing like 10% increments. If you notice that your sales are going down since you increased the price, just drop it back down. It's no big deal. That's just one quick and simple way to increase your sales on Etsy is just by when you have a best-selling product, slowly increase the price of it so that it's not very noticeable and you won't lose your bestseller badge in the process of increasing your price, but you'll be making more per sale. So those were 5 simple strategies you can use to increase your sales on Etsy. If you have 1 hour or less to work on your Etsy shop, just choose one of those to focus on. Don't try to do them all in 1 hour. Just choose one to focus on. If you get one done, then move on to something else. But those are going to be the tasks that is going to help you increase your sales if you have limited time. But you want to make sure that you're focusing on money-making tasks. So if you have no idea where to start, then grab the sales sprint where I show you exactly how to make sales on Etsy. I show you how to set up your shop and optimize it for Etsy. I show you how to get views to your shop, and I show you how to make sales. So if you're getting views and you're not getting sales, I show you where the missing piece is and how you can start making sales. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I'll be glad to answer them. And if you want to improve your SEO so that Etsy promotes your products for you, then make sure you watch this video where I tell you how to rank higher on Etsy so that you can get more views and more sales.